My name is Manuel Nedbal. I'm CTO at ShieldX, and I work with the engineering department to create a revolutionary cloud security platform that delivers new security functions to virtualized and cloud platforms. ShieldX got funded 2.5 years ago when we realized that there is a big mismatch between traditional physical and virtual monolithic appliances and the rate and speed where security is needed in these new cloud environments. And we set out to deliver a new security platform based on microservices. Our typical customers are either large companies with private data centers or also public cloud presences. There's telecommunication vendors and service providers, cloud service providers, and also cloud tenants. So as soon as you move to marketplaces like Azure or AWS, you also find that smaller customers need security because they are left on their own. So when looking for vendors to help us bolster our security functionality as a startup, the first thing we looked at was, of course, the coverage and the accuracy of the detection. And when we evaluated Webroot compared to all the other vendors, Webroot came out first on that two aspects. But we also looked for a vendor who could accommodate certain things for a startup. So the first thing that impressed me as a technical person was, of course, the technology. It was built for scale, built in a way that was very well suited for microservices, which is the base of our platform. Two things that stood out were the coverage as well as the comprehensiveness of detection. And one additional uniqueness was actually the rate at which Webroot adapted to new bad URLs. Most important calculation we did up front was an ROI. If it is worth building that feature ourselves, or if it makes sense for a feature to get licensed. If you look at URL classification, it initially may seem trivial to write the bot that crawls the whole internet and then builds out the database. But if you look a little deeper, then you realize that there's a huge amount of time that's needed to tune that result, and there's a huge amount of backend needed that makes the ROI actually very attractive to license such a functionality. It was important for ShieldX also to find out that Webroot had international presences. Especially because we want to get URL feeds from international sources. And sometimes if you only have a US presence, you may not be aware of the specific URL classifications in different countries and regions. So the thing that stood out with Webroot compared to the other vendors was that Webroot, first of all, had a unique architecture to deliver this URL classification at speeds that are needed for East, West, and new data centers. And secondly, also the coverage and the international set of URLs that you can classify. They were very unique compared to other vendors. We also saw that there is a very deep technical talent in certain areas of the Webroot engineering department, which excited us a lot.